Hello, Darren Alf here from BicycleTouringPro.com. I am in the mountains of upstate New York right now in the middle of a bike packing trip. I've just gone on a walk around my campsite. I'm camped about 300 meters or so over in this direction. I just discovered this little pond and thought I would make a quick video. One of the things you might not realize is that I like to go on walks after finishing a long day of cycling, and that seems kind of silly. You would think that after spending 6 to 8 hours on my bicycle each day, the last thing I want to do is go for a walk. But I like to walk because it's a good way to stretch my legs in a way that I'm not stretching them when I'm on my bicycle, but also it's an awesome way to explore my surroundings. One of the great things about bicycle touring is that pretty much every day you end up in a new location, a location that you have never been to before. So I like to park my bicycle, my bike is parked down by my tent over here, and explore on foot and go into a place that I couldn't otherwise go with my bicycle, like this little forest path that I'm on right now. So I'm here in the forest in the middle of a bike packing trip, and I wanted to talk to you today about walking. Not cycling, but walking. And at the end of this video, I'm going to offer you a challenge to walk every single day. So, why do I want to talk about walking? Well, one of the things that I have learned over the years as the Bicycle Touring Pro is that people have different motivations for traveling by bike. And the thing that motivates me to travel by bicycle may not be the same thing that motivates you. And as the Bicycle Touring Pro, I run a survey on my website pretty much every year. And in this survey, I ask my readers to tell me what it is that motivates them. Why do they want to go bicycle touring? And the answers to that question are really, really interesting because each and every year I get different answers, and I get hundreds of different answers, which is even more interesting. Now, a lot of people travel by bike because they want to get in good shape or see a part of the world that they've never seen before. Some people want to travel to a country or a place where their family is from. Some people just want to have a shared experience with a group of friends. There are a whole bunch of different reasons to go traveling by bike. But one of the reasons that people travel by bike, and it comes up each and every year that I conduct that survey, one of the reasons people tell me they want to go bicycle touring is because they want to use their bike trip as some kind of way to treat their depression. Now, I am not a doctor, I'm not an expert on this subject, so if you are dealing with depression of any kind, I highly recommend you talk to someone who is more experienced than I am on this subject. But I can tell you that I have a whole bunch of people in my life right now who are dealing with depression. I have had friends who have actually killed themselves because of depression. And I also know that I've dealt with depression a little bit myself, seeing as I was just recently diagnosed with cancer just a few years ago and have kind of been struggling ever since then to find my motivation to get back out on the road and do the things that I wanted to do before my cancer diagnosis. So, while I'm not an expert on the subject, I do have a few little insights that I'd like to share with you. And one of the things that I know about depression is that physical activity is probably one of the best things that you can do to treat it. So I don't know if physical activity alone will cure depression, but I do think that getting out every single day and having some kind of physical activity that you do is going to be good for you no matter what. So here are the 3 things that I want you to do if you're one of those people who's dealing with depression but thinks that a bicycle tour might be a good treatment for what you're going through at the moment. First of all, talk to somebody more experienced than me, a doctor, a professional, whatever. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, so take everything I say here with a grain of salt. Second of all, move your body. You got to exercise. Exercise is one of the best things that you can do to treat your depression. So while I am the Bicycle Touring Pro and I am trying to get you to get out and ride your bicycle, I think one of the best things that you can do at the start is to simply get out and walk. And I would recommend walking about 3 to 5 kilometers per day. That's about 2 to 3 miles. Sounds like a lot at the beginning, but it's really not that much. So get out and walk every single day. And then finally, the third thing, I'm out of focus, the third thing that I recommend you do is that you find some friends and you do some physical activity stuff with them. It doesn't have to be physical, but it would be good if you could combine the physical activity, the walking, the cycling, with some other people. One of the things that scares me as the Bicycle Touring Pro when I hear people saying that they want to go off on bike tours as a means of treating their depression is I know, because I've been doing this for 20 years, that bicycle touring is a great way to spend time with yourself and think about things, but it can also be somewhat dangerous because you spend so much time alone and you have so much time each and every day to get inside your head. And I think, if you're dealing with depression, one of the last things you probably need is to be more inside of your head. So I recommend that you spend as much time as you can with other people. And this might be difficult to do because relying on other people is difficult. So what I recommend is not just finding one friend that can help you, but finding multiple friends. You don't want to be reliant on any one individual. You want to have a group of friends that you can rotate between, friends, family members, coworkers, whatever, so that every day you have somebody new that you can talk to or go on a walk with or go on a bike ride with. That's the killer combination, is to get out there, to exercise every single day, go on a walk, go on a bike ride, whatever, and to do it with multiple people. All right, I'm in my campsite now. Here's my bicycle and my tent is just over here. I've probably got a good half hour of daylight left before it gets dark, so I should probably run and cook some food and then climb inside my tent. Before I do that, however, I just wanted to say thank you for watching. I really, really appreciate it. As the Bicycle Touring Pro, I spend a lot of time answering people's questions about like what kind of bike they should ride, what kind of gear they should use, what kind of clothes they should wear, how to map out their routes, and all that technical kind of stuff. And that's fine. But the real reason that I have spent the last 20 years cycling around the world, and the real reason I have spent the last 11 or 12 years running my website at bicycletouringpro.com, the real reason I wrote my book, The Bicycle Touring Blueprint, the real reason I've created more than 600 videos here on the Bicycle Touring Pro YouTube channel is because I want to help people. And the way that I've chosen to help people is through bicycle travel. So I know that for a lot of people, traveling by bike may just be a short little holiday and they go really far on their bicycle and whatever, and that's fine. But for a lot of people, there is a bigger, deeper, more meaningful purpose to their bicycle tours. And those are the people that I really, really want to help. So thank you once again for watching. I really appreciate your support, and I hope to see you out on the road sometime soon.